Hello, this is Bastian. We are going to record a short demo here of how to create an AI wrapper or AI chatbot using the free tiers of Github, CloudFlare and OpenAI. So we'll begin by creating a new repository. Chatbot. And while that's created, we'll create that folder here too, chatbot. And let's create our prompt. CloudFlare pages via GitHub. I'm going to create an AI chatbot. The name is chatbot. The API is in OpenAI. API key. Include a system prompt to discuss below box and end with a question. Web app will have a log for messages and responses, field to guide messages, and a send button. Make it minimalist but usable. It should work on mobile too. Okay, let's in the meantime create an API key, min chatbot. Okay. Now we have the key. Put that there. We should have probably put in this API link in the prompt, but it will work. Okay, it's creating this structure, the main index, the chatbot in the special folder functions with the subfolder API, the JavaScript file. The README is of course just a description. So let's create this folder structure in our min chatbot functions. API. Here we have the index file, and we can just copy paste this. Let's save that index.html. Use HTML. Let's go to the next file. Chatbot in that subfolder. Paste in the text. And now we say I'll need to move that index file into the project. Chatbot.js. Let's just fix this, what I did wrong here. This index file should be in our project folder. Now we just need to probably create the README file. We don't really need to do this. Maybe we'll just skip that. It's not very useful. change directory to downloads, list what's here. Okay, there's a project folder, we'll change directory into there. With Git in it, we can start our repository, set the status. We have the functions folder and this file. We can git add everything, check the status again. Now we see that it describes it a little bit differently. Instead of the functions folder, now we see this file, functions API, those are the subfolder, and then chatbot.js. These two files are now staged, so we'll commit these. So commit. Okay, that's in order. We'll copy paste the URL. Save that, and now we'll do git push. This won't work immediately, but it will give me the full command that I need to use. As you can see, GitHub proposes to call the main branch main, and Git proposes to call the main branch master. Master is the standard form. GitHub does something special here that we don't really want to use. Okay, we've successfully pushed our project to GitHub. We'll close that, and if we have a look now at our project page, it should appear, which it does. It's perfect. And now we can go to CloudFlare, developer, create an application. We're creating a pages application, so we'll switch to that tab. And we can very quickly from GitHub deploy this min chatbot. In setup, it's using the master branch, no framework, but just to save and deploy. Here we get the build log. It's cloning the repository from the main master branch. This is the commit hash, which is called initial commit, as we typed a while ago into the terminal. And that was it. That was very fast. We can go back to watch that, or we can have a look at the app now, which is deployed here. So here's the chatbot. Let's just say hi. This is very useful because I did forget to do this. So let's take the key. Copy this key that I stored here in my kneeboard. That's a macOS app that I wrote. You can find it on the App Store. Now what we need to do here is go to the configuration of this project. We could have set this on the previous page during the wizard, but we can also set it here. Variables and secrets. Now I'll set it as a secret, and it's called OpenAI API key, and now we just paste that thing. You know, that's the thing that we had here in the kneeboard app, this thing. And press save. Now that worked well. Let's go back to deployment, so we just need to rerun this deployment because we added the environment variable. Here's our log. Wrangler file is something that CloudFlare looks for. .toml, that's another basic markup language. Tom's obvious markup language, I think it's what it stands for. Anyways, we don't use it, we don't use Wrangler, but it does kind of do some automatic stuff here, like looking at the functions folder and then the API subfolder. And so it was successfully deployed. The whole thing took 16 seconds, roughly, 16 and a half. And let's go back to our project. Hopefully this time it works better. Hi. What should we discuss? So, okay. One thing that didn't work apparently is that the suggestion I had, which was that the system prompt would discuss philosophy, books, etc. Let's have a quick look if it did mention anything like that. Books. Okay, this was commented out. You can probably have a quick look here if we can fix that. We'll open this index file. And we'll just I'll save that. I saved it now. I'll close this. And now we just need to use the terminal to commit this git status. So we can see here what we changed. We uncommented these two lines, and now we're going to commit this git add initial message. Now we git push. Close this again. Close this. And now first we can see that there's a second commit here now we have two commits and a new commit hash here. This is the beginning of the commit hash, and we can look at the diff here again, which is the same thing. So these lines look like they changed a lot, but actually all we did is we removed the double forward slash, which is commenting out the code, and so when it's no longer commented out like here, it is adding that initial message. Now, when we're in deployments, this is already finished, but basically it ran a new deployment using this commit with the uncommented lines. So all that remains is for us to have a look, see if this works. Hello, I'm Min, okay. Has a name for itself. Let's talk about philosophy and books. What's on your mind? I want to know more about Xenophon. So it talks here about Xenophon was a Greek general, but he also was one of the students of Socrates, along with Plato, and Plato described Socrates in a way that Plato wanted to use him as a didactic object, and Xenophon is more accurate, so we can, or is generally assumed to be more accurate. So let's ask about this. Did Xenophon know Socrates? Okay, so this is roughly a quick deployment, not entirely error-free, but this is how to build a minimalist chatbot.